Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. So today on the bench I've got 3 engines from a new customer, friend, subscriber. He sent these to me because he needs me to assist him in getting these engines tuned. Now, the first engine on the bench here is a very nice, beautiful OS 75 AX. One of the issues this fellow was seeing, and I'm not sure if I'm have his permission to use his name, so I'll just say Mr. G. One of the issues Mr. G was seeing with this particular engine, and it looks to me like it's damn near brand new, was that he saw fuel or oil coming out from the drive hub here, front bearing area. I believe he also reported that it just wasn't running properly. So I've done the same thing to all 3 of these engines, and I'll show you all 3 of them as far as setting up the carb in the way that I normally set carbs up, and you can see that a link here on the screen. So here's the 75AX. It's, like I said, it looks like a brand new engine. I've got a 14.6 prop strapped to it, so this is one of them we're going to get tuned up. And the other 2 engines are 2 Super Tiger engines. 2 old ones from the 80s. Early 80s, and they're S75 engines. And you can see these are, now this is not the period correct exhaust, I don't believe. I'm not that familiar with Super Tiger engines, but these engines are beautiful, and they both have really good compression. They both seem to be fairly low runtime. The issue this fellow was having, Mr. G was having with these, is that many people have issues tuning Super Tiger carbs. And I haven't really had that much experience with Super Tiger carbs. I've had a couple of them here on my channel, and I didn't seem to have an issue tuning them. But if you look at the carb here, and I'll put some closer shots up also, I did take the spray bar out. This portion here, I removed these 2 screws, took the spray bar out, and took a couple close-up pictures of that, and you can see those right here. So anyway, the spray bar assembly has a cat's eye opening, and it's not exactly in line with this fuel nipple, but it's pretty much facing straight down now, I believe, is how I've got it centered or oriented. So you can loosen these 2 screws and rotate this cat's eye to varying degrees. Now the only thing, the last time I ran a Super Tiger engine, and it was a larger one, I think it was one of the 20cc ones, 2300 or whatever. I know the report from that fellow was that it had bad mid-range and transition, that type of thing. This engine, or these 2 engines, the report is that they will idle and transition fine, but they just, you know, die out at high RPM. So I'm going to investigate that. But as I said earlier, I did set all 3 of these carbs up per my standard procedure. So I've already eliminated the settings that these came with. Just because I like to do that as a baseline. I like to set things up my way, and then we'll take it from there. But anyway, I did remove this spray bar, and how I orient this, and I've got another picture of this too that I can put up here. As I always, the last time I ran a Super Tiger engine that had this issue, was I oriented the spray bar such that this nipple, the fuel inlet, was roughly pointing at this rear lug. And I think you'll see that that's about where this is right now. That's how I set both of these Super Tiger carbs up. So let's go outside and run these 3 engines and see how well they run, and if I'm able to mediate this issue that this fellow is having with these 3 engines. Now the deal with this is, I was told, which is kind of cool, and I hope I'm successful, is that if I can get these 3 engines running, actually, I think I was told if I can get one of the Super Tigers running, that I get to keep the other one. Well, obviously, I've got pretty good incentive to get all 3 engines running, so that if I get to keep one of the Super Tigers, I have a running engine. So that's the goal for this series of videos on these 3 engines. So look for runs of these and see if I have any issues getting these things tuned and running.